What's up, y'all? I'm Kim.
I'm Saundra.
And welcome back to another episode of
Into the Gray. In this episode, we want to discuss what it looks like to love in the gray.
I have no love right now. I'm loveless. It's a gray world. Okay, Saundra. I would say that we were both trying to figure out this whole love dating life, like brand new. Our previous relationships were definitely on the black and white side. We are both figuring out this new, like, loving in the gray area. We're no longer married, right? So tell me what that's like for you, because we learned relationships one way, but now that we're out of that, we're trying to navigate where we are now versus what we were taught.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely the black and white was that it was, if this doesn't last forever, if this isn't like one partner for the rest of your life, then you are a failure at love. And I think in the gray space that we're in now, we definitely give ourselves a lot more freedom to explore, investigate. And if it's good, it stays. If it's not, then it doesn't. And that doesn't necessarily equate to a failure.
That's true. Do you feel like that's something culturally speaking?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like specifically from our standpoint of like Christian culture, like it was definitely, you don't date to just get to know somebody, you date for marriage.
With purpose.
It was,
with a purpose.
Yeah. So it was longevity over everything. It was definitely not, I like you a little bit. Let me get to know you some. It was, I like you. Now we're engaged.
Yeah, right.
Now we're married.
Right. Or what's your intention? Like
what's your intention from the start? Day 1. You think I'm attractive? What's your intention?
Right. I want to be married in 5 years. I want to be, And I think that definitely comes from the idea of life kind of being like, well, you grow up, you go to school, then you like find a person, you get married, you have kids. And that's the very like traditional, very cut and dry way. But like, what do you do with the person who doesn't find that love, right? And like you said, that's considered failure. Did you ever wrestle with that? Did you feel like you failed, so to speak?
After divorce?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, because I mean, not just in a Christian standpoint, but in general, marriage is supposed to be a lifetime, and so if you don't remain married, then something's wrong with you. Like, not just you did something wrong or it didn't work out, but something is wrong with you that you weren't able to stay in the confines of marriage.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Do you still feel like that now, though?
No.
Or do you remember a point where you were like, you know what, actually, like, that's not true. That's not how I feel. I didn't fail.
I mean, there's points at which I feel like, I could have done these things better. But I think they were all small, minute points of like growing in adulthood and growing in my personhood, not necessarily like this one aspect of like relationally. I can't do marriage. I don't believe that. I do think between those two people that were in the marriage, we couldn't do marriage together, right? It wasn't like a one person fail. I think it's a two incohesiveness.
Yeah. So those two people could, in essence, do something more successful somewhere else, maybe just not necessarily
together
with each other, which is fair. Yeah. I feel that.
That's the gray area, right? That like it isn't just this person did something or this person did something. It is, you two together weren't a good mix, and so let's find some other colors to play with.
Let's find some other colors to play with. I love that. Okay, so do you feel like, because I know we're talking about love in the gray, and this is not in the notes, but I do have a question. What do you feel like love really is? People say, well, you can grow to love somebody or you can fall in love with somebody, but like, what are we talking about here? Like, when we're talking about this, and as far as like lasting and all this other stuff, I feel like people think love is like commitment. I feel like it's just commitment driven, and I feel like it's not really described. A lot of people like put it down to like a duty, like something that is committed to, something that you do, something that you've, I don't know, signed up for the rest of your life type of thing. Like, where do you fall when it comes to that?
I mean, I think it can be everything that you just described. It is a duty, it is a commitment, it is work, but it is also a feeling and attraction. Yeah, I think both and. You know what I mean? And I think too often we try to put it in an either or kind of context, a black or white context of it's either going to be work or it's going to be seamless. And I'm never going to have to work a day in my life because it's all going to come so easy. Like, no, I think you can be attracted to somebody, you can grow affections for somebody, and then you have to work for it to sustain.
Yeah, I agree. So do you feel like love can dissolve or evolve into something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feed it.
I mean,
like in your case, I feel like when we talk about our ex-spouses, there's a lot of like, well, it wasn't this at the beginning, but then it grew to be this. So like in your case, would you say that your love evolved?
That's a good question. I would say yes, in some aspects, it evolved within the parameters that it was, right? So I had a very like platonic and very, I would say like friendship love that grew 100% over time, but it never crossed over. So I think that's like, it never evolved in the sense of like, it never came out of the friend side of it, but it did grow for sure.
What's the differentiating factor between like a platonic love and a romantic love? Because I mean, you said it never crossed over, so there's obviously like a point in which you're like, oh, this is now.
that. Yeah. I think it's the thing that like you can't, in the sense it's like the thing you can't control. I feel like it's that attraction, almost that like desire that your body's responding before your brain's even like registering what's happening. And I think that's the difference, is that like there's a desire, a physical desire coupled with
okay,
you know what I mean? I don't think that you can have a relationship that's one or the other. I think it has to be encompassing. Like,
can one be the beginning factor and the other grow? And if so, which one does it have to be first?
Oh, are these in the notes?
Nope.
Yeah.
You went off notes.
I did.
You gave me freedom to go off notes.
I'll say for me, it's, oh gosh. All right. I'll say for me that yes, you can have one or the other first, but preference, if I need to see you in that romantic way, I've got to feel that off the top. For me, it's got to be something that I feel, but then I repress because I probably need to be your friend, get to know you, do all the things. But like,
so you need to be attracted first, and then the feelings follow.
I would prefer that if I'm thinking about romantic wise. I don't want to be like, I'm looking for something romantic, and then I have to hope that those romantic parts grow because we're good friends. Like, I dealt with that. I don't want that. Like, I've already done that, right? So like, I would love to be attracted to someone and then be like, I really should get to know you, because otherwise, if we don't get along on this level, like, I'm sure we'll be good sexually. Friend wise, like, those both need to be true. So
okay.
But what about you though?
Right.
Are you like,
so I think we've already kind of broached this subject a time or two, but for me, I'm like, long after looks fail, I'm going to need to be able to be okay with your personality. I'm going to need to enjoy your company and enjoy being around you. So for me, looks are there, but they're not always the first desire, right? And also because I'm a Virgo, I'm so particular about mannerisms, behavior, exasperated breaths, literally anything that is like, I don't know, it would have to be like personality wise, that would have to click for me first more than like visual. That's not necessarily like the thing that is like drawing me in to want to be with you relationally. And so, yeah, but when you said it, it made me think like, oh no, I do have to have like a physical attraction.
At least a little something.
But I also feel like there are certain things that can grow as you're around a person that become normalized, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
But what's the difference between like something that is like a human behavior that may be like a discomfort for you and something that's like a red flag, like this ain't gonna work? Right. How do you tell the difference?
How do you tell the difference? That's a good question. I would say, well, okay. So because I struggle between kind of differentiating the two, like, am I just icked out or is this a flag? I a lot of times will bounce something off of like a friend. Like, I'll ask you, or I'll talk to my homegirl, like, bro, am I bugging or is this where I'm at? I think the difference between a red flag would be like, I think a red flag is probably like a character issue versus like, I'm discomforted, but like the person next to me may not be discomforted, right? Like if I just have an issue with the fact that like you chew a certain way, like that's probably not a character issue. It's probably just me. Right.
Right.
But like if I notice that you never show up when you say, just whatever, it's one of those things where I feel like red flags are definitely more of like, character flaws, I guess I would say that you would have to decide like I wouldn't say character flaws, but more about character. Can you deal with this person's character versus can you just it's okay, they snore. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. So yeah, and maybe I use those words interchangeably, right? But I mean, when I say red flag of character, right? Character red flags, things that like you may think are things that you can't like deal with, like but are they discomforts because they're dealing with areas of you that you don't want to deal with, or are they true red flags in character of the person that you're with?
That's so hard because I feel like I'm not gonna stick around to find out. I feel like if I'm disgusted that bad, I don't care. I'm just gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I guess yes, but if you're saying you need physical attraction first, right? You need external attraction first. That'll cloud some judgment, right? So like you're gonna stick around for a little bit, like hoping things are gonna pan out. So what's your immediate? You look good, but I can't do it. Type moment.
Most people that look good are immediate. I can't do it. They immediately show me something where I'll be like, God,
just kidding.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of people that I've looked at where I'm like, damn, you look good, and then you open your mouth and you say something like, and it could be not even a red flag, but for me, it's one of those. I swear, if he say it like this, I would never. If you hit me with the WID, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Is that a character flaw? Probably not.
It is.
But it's a red flag for me. Right? I don't care how good you look. Or if you're like, yeah, there's a list of that. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, how do you tell the difference? Like, if your spirit is being bugged, like, how do you know?
That's it. If my spirit is being bugged, I'm like, oh, red flag. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I probably can't explain this to somebody else, but red flag.
Right, so you're not willing to be like, let me work.
Nah.
That's what I was saying. Like, I'm probably not willing to work through it.
Is that healthy? Is that healthy? I don't know. Am I concerned with that?
Can I tell you what I don't want?
What's that?
You know what I feel like, and this is probably because it's just been abused a lot, I think. But like being married, they'll say, oh, this person is going to help sanctify you, and this person is going to do this. Yes. I don't fucking want that person to help sanctify me.
I don't want any more sanctifying in that manner. Thank you.
Like, nah, bro. Like, for me, I don't want to work through whatever it is that's bothering. Maybe I've got some unfinished work in my heart, and that's fine. Yeah. I don't want you to be the person that work that shit out for me. Like, I'm not going to.
And it's that whole line of like falling in love with the potential of something being great versus seeing the ways that it will. Yeah. Like you will clash with this person and you see those ways, and yet it's like push through that. Ignore your intuition, ignore your gut telling you this thing, and just push through that. Right. And then when it happens, when all the things that you knew would happen, it's like, oh, was that self-actualization or was that? Yeah. And then it's like, hey, I told y'all.
But then it's like you can't even go back because it doesn't even matter. It's like I've already wasted my life. Not really wasted my life. Yeah, I get that. So how do you? Okay. Because one thing you say a lot is that you're like, I'm really particular. Like, I feel like I am, right? So do you feel like I wouldn't say you're looking for perfection, but do you feel like.
That is a red flag.
Right. Do you feel like your expectations are a little like.
Unrealistic?
No. I don't say unrealistic, but I just feel like, do you feel like I don't want to say, are you feeling like you're too particular? Like, are you saying like, these red flags, like, are these red flags are definitely non-negotiables? Like, you're not budging on?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say non-negotiable because I feel like there is growth in every area, right? And as soon as I say there's no negotiating, then there's negotiating, right? So I don't want to say that. But I do want to say, I feel like if I know that something bugs me and I let that thing exist, I end up becoming the bitch, right? Because I'm going to call that thing out because it bugs me. And then, but why would I try and call something out in somebody if I know it exists? And it's going to continue to exist because that is that person. Instead of just saying, oh, this ain't going to work.
It's not for me. Yeah. Do you feel like you spent a lot of time like ignoring that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's what happens. I feel like it's one of those, like, you come out and you're like, never again endure that part.
Yes. Yeah. Because in the long run, like, you still come out the bad person if you finally say, well, this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, instead of just saying, hey, I don't think this will work out. Not, I think you need to be different. Not, I think you should change this. Not, I think, la da da da. Like, I don't think we're a match.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like it's a little more difficult now that we're in this position to like find, I don't want to say find love, but find love?
Are you looking? Are you looking for love?
I'm open to it.
Right.
I don't want to say I'm like searching the highways and byways.
Yeah. So I don't think it's more difficult because I'm not looking. I think if I happen upon it, if it happens, so be it. That'll be awesome. Great addition. But I don't think, I don't think it's harder because I'm not looking.
I love that. But that's not because you don't want
not because
it.
I don't
You're just
want
not
it.
Actively like the pursuant
right
out here.
Right. Which is funny because honestly, even before I got married, I wasn't looking then either. Happened upon it, but I didn't have like, I don't want to say a checklist because that's not really what I have now either. I didn't have a vibe check. There was no like, can I tolerate this? Can I not tolerate this? Am I okay with this? Am I not okay with this? Does this behavior lead to this or does it lead to this? Like, I had no way of knowing what would clash and what wouldn't clash.
Right. That makes sense. So do you feel like in that time that you like compromised yourself, do you feel like you lost yourself in that? What's up? It's your girl Kim. And if you like what you've been listening to, then make sure you follow us at Into the Great Podcast anywhere that you stream your podcast. And also, if you've been rocking with us since day one, then hop on over to Patreon. For $3 a month, you can get member access. That means you get exclusive content, bonus clips, early listens, things that you're not going to get anywhere else. So make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. Now back to the show.
I feel like it was a combination of losing myself and also finding myself at the same time. I was too young to know who I was before. So I was, in a sense, finding myself. Yeah. But also, I lost a lot of probably that young, vibrant go-getter that I used to be in the process of finding myself through all of the things that people were telling me to be. Right.
That part, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of went through a similar journey, even though we were at different ages and stages of life. Like, I feel like there was a losing and finding of self that you went through after your forced marriage.
Yeah. Forced marriage.
Forced. That's the words I'm using from here on out. Forced.
No, really. At least coerced, at best, coerced. No, for real. But I definitely struggle with that too, of like the figuring it out and the losing yourself at the same time, which is really tough because I feel like because of my relationship, even though I was figuring it out, I wasn't allowed to like embrace it because it clashed with where I was at currently, or at that time currently. So yeah, it was very frustrating because as the more I understood about myself, the harder it was to keep repressing that person.
Right. And speak on that a little bit. What do you feel like you repressed?
Truth. I feel like I repressed my truth, which was what I knew from the beginning. And I wasn't like adamant about how much this wasn't working. Like I tried to just pretend that what I depending on the day is how I summed it up. Was it sinful? Was it just whatever it was? I just kept pushing that part down, even though it kept very much rearing its head. Like, this is the truth.
What did you believe love to be before you got married?
Oh, before I got married? I felt like love would be finding a person that you wanted to just do life with, committed. I felt that it would have an ease to it. Like I compared it to my other relationships that I felt like a love in, and I was like, the one thing that had in common was that there was an ease to the relationship dynamic because there's work, but there's a level of work that doesn't exist when you love a person and like the vibe is there. And I feel like that's what I was looking for. I didn't. Like the vibe match wasn't there.
The vibe wasn't there.
Like
I was just about to ask, what would make you want to do life with somebody else? Is it that vibe match?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If I feel like when I'm around you, it's just like, in a sense, being around myself, or you're making me want to be better. Like those things, like
Okay, so you started off, you didn't finish it. You're like, those things. So what things? Like, you make me want to be better is what you started to say.
Right.
But like
when I'm around you, you make me want to figure out more about you, myself. You challenge me, you know what I mean? Like, anything that would cause me to like do a little more introspection and grow and I feel like then you got the basic stuff. Like we enjoy some of the same things. We can laugh. It's just ease of conversation. So like you have some of those other things, but like I'm looking for someone to like make me a better version of myself. And I would love to make them a better version of themselves. And I feel like if you have that, then like the standard life bullshit would be a lot easier to deal with versus you got regular old life bullshit that comes. Plus, I barely like looking at you. And
or you're not trying to get any better. Like you're trying to just stay exactly
like
where you're
so
at.
Comfortable
Yeah.
with mediocre.
Yeah.
I can't. Right? It's already hard enough.
I hear that.
You know?
I hear
So
it.
yeah, that's where I felt like love was before I got married.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it turned out maybe it is. I don't know.
Maybe it is that?
Maybe it is that.
Do you feel like love is one thing, or do you feel like, okay,
I feel like
so is it that for you, or is it not that for you?
it still is that for me. I feel like I still think love, even though I don't feel like I had it fully in my marriage, I feel like love is all those things. I want love to be that for me.
All of those, yeah.
If I don't have it, I can't say I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I can't say that and really mean it.
Yeah.
Like.
So there's a level of compromising that we did in our previous relationships, right? So like a level of losing ourselves, a level of compromise. Is there still a level of compromise that you're willing to like have in order to find the love that you're looking for?
I think there's a slight level of compromise, but it's on some like slight. Like,
what would be the level of compromise that you would be comfortable with?
Wait, are we talking about
in
myself?
Love for yourself? Your definition of love. So, what would be your level?
I was not thinking about my definition of love, but
what
like
were you
the
about?
package it came in. Like I'd be willing to compromise on the package.
Okay.
Like, if you're not 6'8", I'll take 6'3". You know what I mean? Like I'd be willing to digress slightly, but absolutely not. And that's the thing where when you said, you know what, I might feel this way if I was looking, but I'm not looking. And I felt like that was kind of powerful because I feel like I'm also, like I said, I'm open to it, but because I'm not pressed, unless today, now 20 years from now, if I'm still lonely, I might be like, I don't care if he's 5'7", but right now I care.
Thank you, Lord.
But I think that I feel like I've spent a lot of time compromising. I just don't. I would love to see someone like meet my expectations because I'm not asking for too much.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I feel like there is a level or there's a threshold between like a compromise that you make in a relationship with somebody that you are mutually attracted to and then a level of self-betrayal. Like, what is that threshold? Like, have you defined that threshold for yourself or?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. I feel like it'll become self-betrayal when you're not feeling like your authentic self anymore. If you feel like you've reverted back to some like dark place or something that's triggering, I feel like that's the cue that like you've crossed into something beyond compromise. And I feel like if you don't get out of that or figure that out, you're going to become the person you probably were. You're going to become bitter. Like, I feel like no one should do that.
Yes,
Nobody
on
either
should do
end
that. Yes.
should do that. And if that's where we're going, I feel like somebody's idolizing the relationship more than like the content of the relationship. I just feel like, I'm not doing that. And I went through that. I mean, do you feel like you had a level of self-betrayal?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think every time I went along with the flow of things I didn't agree with, I was betraying myself. Every time I said it was okay that you just basically told me to be quiet, sit down and listen, like I was betraying myself. Every time I said, yeah, sure, I'll pack that up, paint that house, move them kids, start that new curriculum. I betrayed myself instead of saying like, hey, slow down. Think about the impact of this on everybody that you're connected to. Every time I didn't stand up for myself in those ways, I was betraying myself.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that, in a sense, makes me stricter as I move forward. Like, no.
100%.
Right.
Do you have some sort of like internal like flag that goes off?
Yes.
You feel, what is that like?
Instantly.
What does that feel like though?
Well, for me, it's more so looking at characteristics of a person. Like, can a person stand up for themselves? Can a person explain their reasoning behind stuff? Can a person, can a person be in conversation and community with you without having to agree with you? Like, I think those are important because there was a lot of like conflict mismanagement like that happened in my previous relationship that I'm almost fearful to get into conflict with a person that can't stand up for themselves.
So when you say mismanagement, like, what do you mean by that?
So like, when you're like having a conversation with somebody, right? And like you ask them a question and they don't want to agree with you, but they feel like if they don't agree with you, then there's like love lost, right? When really that's not how conversation goes, right? That's not how two people interact that are two individual
thinkers and
right, with two different opinions and mindsets. But if you're in relationship with this type of person and they feel like they can't disagree with you and then they end up agreeing with you when they really want to disagree with you, then there's a bitterness that builds up.
Yeah.
Right? So like those are the type of things I look for. Like, can you stand up for yourself without feeling like love is lost?
Can there be conflict without there being negative like feelings?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you have a conversation? Can you guys both maintain your autonomy and still be a unit?
So question, how important now that you've come out of this like very traditional, almost like self-betrayal, compromising, like how important is it now moving forward, like if you get into another relationship, to maintain like your autonomy? Like,
ooh, super important.
Yeah.
Super important. And not to the sense of like, oh, we need to be different on everything or we need to have everything separate, but like in the sense of I need to know where my personhood begins and ends and where your personhood begins and ends and where our relationship molds together.
So you feel like you could have both. Like you could
yeah, for sure.
So what does that look like for Saundra? Like how does that look to you? What's commitment and autonomy like a typical week? Like what does that look like?
I don't know. I think it would depend on the person, right? But like in general, decisions that would affect both people's lives would be decisions that would be made together. Any large decisions that aren't agreed on that would affect both people would not be made. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like unless they're agreed on by both people. Equal partnership versus like a headship. That's huge, which in our black and white world not allowed, right? Like, yeah. I think an understanding that two people are living their lives for the first time and allowing the freedom for both people to do that to its fullness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of one basically serving the other.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. Autonomy is like, for me, it's one of those things that I didn't feel like I had, even though I was a full grown adult, paying my own bills. But feeling like I still had to check if things were okay. Can this be done? Like just all of those things. Like I don't want to do that.
I think there's a checking in that happens when you're in a relationship, period, but not like
no, that it has to like this is the role. Like final thoughts are made here. You can put your input in, but like I'll make the final decision.
Yeah. Or only your growth matters. Like that's what I felt like. There was no growth that I was living for or striving for. Yeah. It was how am I supporting you?
Right. How am I making
my
sure that
ex-spouse's growth? Right.
Yeah. All the things.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of those things that I never thought that I would ever see again. And now that I have it, I'm like,
sky's the limit.
Yeah. Like, I don't want no nigga. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Release me, please. Like I question if I'm gonna even like I joke and be like, I'm gonna be single forever. But
and that's said with such negativity. I feel like when people say stuff like that, it is like, no, like I'm gonna be single forever. That's all right.
That might not be a bad idea.
You know?
Yeah.
Have my few.
You know?
But in reality, if it can't be like a mutually beneficial love, then it's not a love that I want. Right. And I don't mean that just in the selfish sense of you're just growing me, you're just pouring into me. I mean, like if I can't see you maintaining the ability to grow while you're with me, then we're not a match.
Right. If I cause you to become content and stuck and lazy or comfortable, I'm not the person for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that for you. Like, if you want that for you, I'm not your person either.
Yeah, basically.
That's just what it is.
Right.
And I think I'm okay with. I would rather just be by myself than to give up or settle any part of myself again.
Yes.
it ain't worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like I find myself being fulfilled in this, like hanging, you know what I'm saying, hanging around like good company, and it's just it doesn't even have to be romantic. It's like not if it's gonna cost my peace.
What boundaries do you think that you hold now when you are in relationship with people that help you to not fall into that like self-betrayal, loss of autonomy ish space?
Well, I think they're always forming. I think that like something will happen and I'll be like, oh, moving forward, we'll never do that again. I feel like I'm constantly making new boundaries. But one of them I have just off the top. I was like, if I ever, get into some sort of relationship, like I'm not going to be seeing this person every day because I have a tendency to like if I like you, I like you. And then I'm like, every day, what you doing? But like it's so easy to get lost in a relationship, the newness of a relationship, the person. And before you know it, like everything you said you wanted to do, you're not doing. So that's one boundary that like I'm adamant about keeping is that I don't need to see you every day. Like shoot
That's
me
so
a
funny.
text. Yeah,
That's
because
the opposite of what people say usually. I need to talk to you at least once in every 24 hours.
I mean we could text, but like let's not I still want to be like, hey, my friends, we have Taco Tuesday. Wednesday we do this. Like I would easily be like love struck and be like, I'm just gonna be my man, my man, my man. But I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. Because I want to focus on myself. I don't want to pour too much of my personal time. Like,
Do you feel like that's just the season of like withdrawal from love that you're in? You know what I mean? Like, because you're still within what it's been like a year,
possibly,
2 years.
yeah. I think those boundaries can change. Like I feel like if right now I'm like, yo, I want to focus on my career and learning another language and that, right? Like if I accomplish those things, I might have different boundaries and goals, right? But I think, yeah, maybe right now that's where it is where I'm like, I'm pouring into myself.
Yeah.
And if you gonna rock with me, you'll rock with me 2 to 3 days out of the week. Like, and you got to be cool with that
Yeah.
because I'm still growing myself and I don't want to like forget that that's the point that
Yeah.
I want to do. And
Yeah.
that could change, but
So your boundary is just around your time, maintaining your autonomy
yeah,
by maintaining your personal time.
investment. Yeah. I want to make sure that I'm investing more into myself than anybody else because I spend a lot of time not doing that.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to be like, and it even honestly with friends. I mean, I'm saying this weekend I'm gonna do this, that, and the other, and then I'm like, they like, let's go out, and I'm like, all right, we gonna go, and then I didn't do anything I said I was gonna do.
Yeah.
So it's a discipline for myself, and also like just to make sure that like 2 year from now, me will be like, damn girl, like I'm glad that you put that
Stuck
time
with
in.
it. Yeah.
So niggas gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I want to make sure that like I really put myself first. So that's my boundary. But what about you?
Yeah.
I feel like you got your shit together though now because you're 5 years out.
In what world?
I mean,
What?
You seem very like, oh, and this and that. Period.
It's just a list.
It's just
I'm just a girl with a list.
yeah.
No, I think my boundary for myself is just speaking my mind. Like whether it's accepted or not accepted, speaking it with clarity and with conviction and sticking to it and not backing down based off of the feelings that I know will come. Because I did that.
Yeah.
I would say stuff. It wasn't for lack of saying stuff.
Yeah.
But as soon as it came to putting my foot down and taking action, it was kind of like, oh, you ain't like that? Okay, we could do this. It's okay. Yeah.
And how did that like affect you by doing that for so long?
Me internally?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It became bitterness. It became bitterness towards that person when it really wasn't that person's fault. It became bitterness towards myself because I was not accomplishing anything that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me till 2018 just to finish my undergrad because I wasn't focused on it. I was focused on everybody else's needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I joke all the time with my cousin. We had this view that we were going to be in New York with our house husbands and our one kid and our studio apartment. And we were going to be like boss bitches and our stay-at-home husbands. Right. And neither one of us did what we said we were going to do for all of our babies. But yeah, like to see where I am now, I'm not mad at it. I love it. I love my babies. But I was such a far departure from the idea of my personhood that it's wild to look back and be like, that was my life.
Right.
I lived that.
Right.
Who is that person?
Who is that person? Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So I refuse.
that.
The boundary for me is to no longer become that person ever again. Like to no longer look in the mirror and be like, who is that? Who are you?
Yeah. I feel like I do that anyway, so I don't need to be doing other things to make that worse.
Yeah.
Okay, so final question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we were saying like life's not black and white, right?
Mm-hmm.
But is there or where is there a place in love that you would say you're asking for it to be black and white? Is there a place for love where you like
You either like me or you don't. I don't have time for this nonchalance. No, I'm just kidding.
Shalom me.
Shalom me. Nah. What I feel like, I don't know. Like what do you mean? Is there a place where I'm still maintaining a need for black and white?
Yeah, like so like if I were thinking of this, I would say like my black and white in love would be like I have to find you. Like you have to check all of my boxes. You have to be physically appealing as well as emotionally. Like I can't just
I think every package comes with a different warning label. So like there is no like steady checklist for each person. It is really like you said vibe check. It's a vibe check.
Yeah.
Do our vibes match? Because for one person I might be like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head. Like you wear flip-flops all the time. I can't do flip-flops, right?
Please cover your toes.
But then the next person, they're from Hawaii, so they wear flip-flops, but their toes are nice and they're tan and they look good. So I'm like, that's fine. Flip-flops are beautiful. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like it depends on, there is no black and white per se, but there is like a vibe check that I'm looking for. And it may be unrealistic, but that's okay because like I said, I've accepted like.
Yeah, it might not be for everybody. That's okay.
That's all right.
That's okay.
I think contentment in me, in my life, how it is now, it makes it really easy to be like, it might be too perfect.
Might not.
My list might be too full of perfections, but it's my list, so that's all right.
List.
Yeah.
And the right person will fill that list. I feel that. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I mean, that's it. My black and white is that I have to be attracted to you.
Yeah.
Period. And that's me being attracted to you. It doesn't matter. You don't have to look a certain way. I have to feel it.
Yeah.
And
if I don't feel it, it
I
ain't
don't
it.
feel it, and that's it.
But that's real.
That's it.
The whole time, like we're marching through stuff, if somebody else is like, this is right. And we're like, I think it's wrong. They're like, no, this is right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think, nope, this is right.
Right. And at the end.
So now we're saying no.
From the beginning.
We have to know.
Yeah.
That is right.
Yeah. I am not going to be convinced. If I don't know, then it ain't.
It ain't it.
It ain't it.
It ain't it.
Yeah. I don't want to be persuaded.
What is the gray space in love? It all depends on the eye of the beholder, right? Like what is love? And so it can't really be a black or a white. It can't really be somebody saying like this, and this is what you need for love. Like, no, what works for you?
Yeah.
That's the gray space.
I would agree with that 100%. I feel like the gray space is the freedom to not look for certain things that that have to be. Like, I feel like the freedom to decide if this feels good or not. Like, it's not a one size fits all where everybody's love looks the same and we're like robots. I feel like the gray space is what makes someone feel good at night, right?
Come on,
what
now.
makes me feel good at night,
right?
And nobody has to approve of that.
That's it.
Yeah,
just me.
That's it.
SB.
It's me, SB.
Plug.
KT.
Just me, SB Paintings on IG. Go follow that.
ITG.
No.
That's a wrap?
Yeah, that's it on that one.
All right, y'all. That's a wrap on this episode of Into the Gray. If you like what you heard, make sure you're following on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and TikTok. And if you really like what you heard, make sure you check us out on Patreon. For just $3 a month, you can get access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content. You don't want to miss it. And most important, make sure you remember that life is not black and white. We live in a nuanced space. We are human beings. So embrace the gray. See you next time.